Yeah, I had no streak counter though. So when we crashed the game, we didn't count it for or against our streaks in the olden days. Happy olden days. Just the olden days. Oh no. Oh no. I love kidney stone. I hate fire mind. It wasn't the aura switching because I had it I had taken damage in that room and I was still spamming it. Like, I continued to take damage after the blue baby was dead and continued to spam it. Once you get hit, your aura disappears. You should play with whatever you're comfortable with, Lilman. Controller has a couple of, like, pretty meaningless features that the keyboard doesn't, but otherwise, really, it's just a comfort thing. You can slow walk with the controller, like I'm doing now, and you can also make just your followers shoot, not you. See how I turn my head without shooting? They're pretty useless. You can replicate the slow walk on the keyboard by tapping. You can't do the follower only shooting with the keyboard though. But the follower only shooting, I've only found one use for it, and that's killing the mimics. That's it. Controller just makes me happy for extended video game play. Keyboard is so restricting if you want to, like, keep your hands and wrists from aching. Very restricting on your movements and how you sit. I don't ever say that a game is easier with keyboard or easier with mouse, because it's totally based on the player. I sneeze. Yes? Do I want that? I have one bomb. I mean, that's at least something I could use. I don't know that I really care, but rolling for something else is pretty meh. I'll take it. Odds are in my favor of getting something just worthless. Happy golden night. Hello. It's on sale, you gotta buy it. It's definitely not double damage elbow. It's damage. It's just a damage up, if I'm not mistaken. I think it maxes out at 5. Just nowhere near a double damage. I honestly don't really care for dyed hair ion to begin with. But I guess if I had to choose, if my only options were Jimmy Blue or Jimmy Green, I would choose Blue because the green's like a weird wannabe Joker looking thing to me. Five damage, okay. 9 kills, that's a lot of kills. I doubt that can get there. I thought it could only do the one. Just because you... Again, that's my problem with that stupid fucking HUD. That's why I don't care for missing HUD. Missing HUD is just showing you your true damage. It's not showing you the damage of the item. That's why I refuse to use missing HUD, and I think those that are using it need to be more careful and make sure they explain to people how it works, because it's using true damage, how the code is reading it. After all damage calculations, it's very, very confusing for players, in my opinion. At that time and place, Elbowed, it definitely probably gave you more than 5 damage. I mean, there's multiple characters, most characters with damage multipliers over 1. So it will give you more than 5 damage. Normally I wouldn't take that, but makes Devil Deals more affordable. It's definitely cheaty as well if you care about that, but I just don't like that it's misleading for viewers. Especially new viewers. Like, for someone who's been playing a long time and understands exactly how the game works, how damage works in this game, it's not misleading. But for the average player, it's incredibly misleading, and it's counterintuitive to what we've been telling players for a long time. I like Explosive, I just wish it did contact damage before it exploded. Then it would be actually good, instead of just being fun. True damage versus item damage. Every character has a damage multiplier. For instance, when playing Isaac and you pick up Growth Hormones, which is a 1 damage up, gives you 1.98 damage. So when people are just watching Missing HUD, they're thinking these items are adding huge amounts of damage to their stat sheet. That's not true. And yes, eventually you can figure out how it works via Missing HUD, but I think for the average player, it's confusing, and a lot of people don't really, a lot of people I see using it never explain how the damage works, which leads to a lot of confusion over how much damage things do. I mean, honestly, knowing the information isn't as important as playing and getting a feel for those items. Cobalt Streak has proved that time and time again. Knowing how an item's going to affect your damage is way more important than seeing the number on a piece of paper. Normally I would keep Guppy's head, but we'll take Dad's key. Something fun could come out of it. Is that a dildo in my hand? I hope not, because it's got a wicked hook at the end. Missing HUD is definitely something that is neat for an experienced player who's been playing a long time. I don't think it's really that helpful for a new player. And now they have an item for it. I mean, you have Spider Mod. It's sort of like we've been talking about the Don't Starve mods. Like, I mean, to some people, making it so log stack to 99 isn't cheating. It's just making the game more fun for them. That's fine. But in my mind, it's cheating. It's absolutely cheating. It's absolutely imbalanced. It's a big reason I didn't use item. I never used the item tracker as well. I wanted people to actually pay attention and learn the items and identify the items. Just seems like we are in an age of hand-holding with video games. You've always got the wiki open on your other monitor. And in my opinion, doing that while playing roguelikes ruins roguelikes. It takes hundreds of hours you could have gotten out of a roguelike and cuts it down dramatically by opening that wiki. I open the wiki when I'm done. When I'm feeling like there's nothing left to do. Well, let's see the little things I missed that I wouldn't get to. A hint of salt? No. You spy an opinion. Legendary. I'm sorry that I have one, and I'm willing to talk about it on the internet. What about when my game has missing content? I don't want to miss anything. I mean, again, you're literally making a prime example of the problem of playing with a walkthrough. Instead of being like, man, I really want to go back and see how it could have been if I... Oops, I should have used the 2 of diamonds first, because I have another one. Anyway, what I was saying is, instead of going back and seeing what the other options were, seeing what I missed, I'm just going to open the wiki and make sure I don't miss anything.
Two of diamonds.
Killer, the one thing I'll say about the Lost is, I don't think the Lost system... How do I want to say this? I don't think the system for unlocking the Lost was fair. Like, 99.9% of gamers would have never done it. And when I bought this game, I assumed it was as the title implied, as Edmund had implied, The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. It was Isaac Reborn. I didn't ever have to figure out a puzzle that required community working together to solve. That was nothing I ever had to do in the original Binding of Isaac. So if it weren't for the community unlocking it, I would have never unlocked it. And I'm a little bit of a different scenario because I'm a streamer, so I have to unlock it. But honestly, in my own play, I would have never done it. Just wouldn't have bothered. I think there's some good mods for some games. I think the problem with a lot of mods is they're... What's the term for it? You know, when it makes the game feel better or whatever? They have a term for it. Like cleaning up HUDs and stuff like that. I think a lot of those mods actually do more than just clean it up. They actually do give an advantage. But there's definitely some good mods. But I'm a hardcore player. I don't want things to be easier and better in that sense. Quality of life improvements, yes. Quality of life mods, which is what they call mods like the stacking wood to 99 on Don't Starve. And to me, that's not a quality of life mod. That's just straight up a huge advantage. Inventory management is a very big part of that game. And removing that makes it incredibly easy to play. Greatly increases productivity. Come on now. Oh, I can't see when my cheeks change because of Death Touch. I mean, yeah, and or anything that lets you save time via a mod is giving you more time to get other things accomplished, which is making the game easier. Because that game is 100% about trying to get as... what's the word I'm looking for here? Anyway. Trying to build a very good routine that allows you to get a lot done during your days. Yeah, definitely changing the difficulty to easy for one boss, yeah. Time management. Jesus, dude, I'm sorry. I'm just fucking dead tonight, chat. I hate when I wake up early. Like, I'm not tired. I'm not ready for bed, because I've only been up like 10 hours, but I'm worn out, you know? I'm ready to sit on the couch and relax. Too bad that's all I did today. I'm a streamer, so again, yes, I give myself 999 coins, and I give myself 999 Eden tokens, or I used to. I haven't had to do it on this game. Yes, but I'm a streamer, so my situation is a little bit different. I did it legit once, and for sanity's sake, I don't do it repeatedly. I'm not a purist streamer, but yeah. Things like that you could definitely consider cheating. But this is my livelihood, and people don't want to watch me spend 5 hours filling my donation machine. But I did do it the first time, legit. Damn it, drop my cigarettes. And again, I will break out a walkthrough. I will do things later, you know, later in the game when I know I'm finishing up with it, when I know my hours are limited. But I think when you first jump into a game and you first start with that walkthrough open, you're just greatly reducing your number of hours. Like, I'm so glad that I got to do the 999 coins before anyone in chat knew what it did. This is one of the few times in my life as a streamer where I wasn't spoiled of what was about to happen. I mean, very few times. I was so stoked to see those fucking fireworks go off. And really, you don't get that a lot as a streamer. You don't. Boom, 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 boom. That machine took a lot of money. Yeah, Vivid, there was a screenshot of me clapping like an idiot when the machine had 999 coins. Honestly, it bugs me that they didn't make it so the machines, once you fill it, should just take as much money as you want to give them. It would be, I mean, it makes sense, right? You filled it once. You made it hard so we'd get our unlocks. Why continue to make it that way just to make it obnoxious? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it either, Massimo, but I mean, same thing happens in Twitch chats. I mean, it's really no different than a Twitch chat. I don't understand the idea of going into a stream and instantly feeling obligated to tell the guy what to do. Like, I understand if a guy's struggling for a minute. Like, if he's been standing there running around for 3 minutes, yeah, I'll admit, I'm just as bad as you guys. I want to scream at the guy. It's over there, man. The button's just over there. You just missed it. Yeah, I get that. But when I, like, legitimately am trying to be a streamer and say, like, huh, I'm not sure where I'm going here, and instantly chat's just flooded with the answer. I don't see the joy in that, because honestly, some of the greatest moments of the stream have been the surprise, the excitement, the, oh my god, that just happened. I can legitimately say, and the only reason I didn't want to, well, I didn't want to say this because I'm afraid it's going to start a thing, but I can legitimately say I did not know the end of Fallout. I was avoiding chat so much for so long. Even with my week-long break, I had no idea. That was all fresh for me. I worked so hard. It's not just to troll the streamer. It's really not to troll the streamer. Because many people that support me day in and day out that mean no harm, just legitimately think they're helping. My brother was pissed. He's like, he did not believe me that I did not. I refuse to look. It's the first time in my life I've done a good job at avoiding it. The forced faction choice in Fallout. I hope that's not too spoilery for some of you in chat, but sorry if it was. I don't care about that. Let's just say that. I don't care about that. I didn't make a connection with any of the factions in Fallout. None of them did I really connect with. And that's important to me in a game like that. If I'm into, well, not, if I'm trying to get into the storyline, it's important that I can connect to the character. And I could not connect to that character at all. New Vegas still stands as my favorite. Still my personal favorite of the Fallout series. Yeah, the shadow creature in the water and don't starve. That's the shit that's amazing. And that's why a lot of the times people ask me, well, why don't you go play this game now? Like Undertale. That's why I probably won't ever do Undertale on stream. I'm just way too late to even try. So behind the ball on that one. Because of the voice acting, it was more than just the voice acting. The game had zero emotion. It was just, it seems so soulless to me. Just, and it's between the voice acting and how the dialogue works in the game. That's definitely a big part of why but it just, I mean, it felt so generic. Like there's no passion behind it, man. Like whoever wrote it wasn't even excited about it. There were a couple of interesting characters. And a couple of fun quest lines, but honestly, the story stuff in that game was very meh. $9.99 from Brain Lag. Here's 999 coins of your own, since cartons of smokes don't just lay around on the ground. I wish they did. That would be nice. Yeah, the gameplay and baseball were fun. I still think it was a good game. I'm not like well. I tried to say it twice. I'm a little disappointed. I will say I expected more. I still obviously got my money's worth. Let's see here. Thank you very much for that tip, motherfucker. Appreciate it. 163 hours of Fallout. I mean, that's a lot. $5 from Mr. Man. I just got timed out for spoiling. Yes, we don't appreciate even fake spoilers, Mr. Man, because it just encourages others to actually spoil. I hope you understand that. And we've gotten very strict about it with all the terrible spoiling that's going on with things like Star Wars, Fallout. It's been a really bad couple of months for spoiling. I'm sorry. The fake spoilers, they don't look like you're trying to be funny. They look like you're trying to troll my mods. And my mods work hard, and they work hard for nothing, and they shouldn't have to sit there and read through your fake spoilers to try to determine whether or not they're real. I gotta make sure I add that to my rules list as well, because it's become a serious thing. It's not funny. It is per my request, though, so if you want to be mad at someone, be mad at me, not my mods. It's per my request. I think that's it. I think that should have been in the game, Shady. I hated the idea in Fallout that you have no idea what you're saying. Like, their attempt at telling you what you're saying is terrible. Some of them were just so bad, especially because you could run circles in the dialogue. Like, that was one of my biggest complaints with the game in general. Was the fact that you could say, like, basically say hello 4 times and get this like generic, oh, nice to meet you message. One option didn't necessarily affect the others, I guess is what I'm getting at. I don't know how many times I had a full conversation with somebody and then later had another conversation with them and they acted like we'd never spoke before. Thank you very much for that tip, though, Mr. Man. Again, I appreciate that a lot. I think I'm going to come back after I die. I need to die here sooner than later. when you go out of my way, or go out of your way to intentionally disrespect what I just got done explaining, it upgrades from a timeout to a ban. Just a heads up. Just a warning. They are out early tonight, or they haven't gone to bed yet. It is the weekend, right? Oh no, Dick Rip. I've been wanting to ban you for like at least 3 or 4 weeks. So thank you for that. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to really make it justified. Isn't that terrible? Isn't that terrible? I've literally been wanting to ban that kid for like weeks. But he's never quite done enough to where I was like, he deserves it. I've timed him out a bunch, but finally, he gave me a reason to ban him. That feels good. My night just got surprisingly better. I mean, it's sort of terrible that I don't just ban him immediately. But I feel bad because Twitch is... There are some unspoken, you know, rules and respect things. Man. Trying to debate if I want to die again. Love you too, Bolt. Christmas break started in some places. It's not a big deal. It's just, it's the problem with that topic. I mean, normally I'm very careful and I try. Well, that topic's been hot of late. Just like I said, it's been a big thing going on lately. But normally I'm more tolerant when I'm talking about shitty topics, and I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. But you can only do so much. Oh boy. This is risky, man. Really risky. It wouldn't be bad if I didn't have Fire Mind. It would be no big deal. No, Benoit.
Are you a wizard?
I'm still failing at that room. Still failing there. Why the fuck does that even do that? Shouldn't be a thing. I tried to let off my kidney stone just to run over the fucking buttons. I take damage from it. Motherfucker. Yeah, that was me picking up the rune that forced my shot to go off. I shouldn't have taken Gimpy. Only a little spooky. Nothing. I'm gonna die, right? It's definitely a big possibility. Yeah.
Amnesia.
Come on. Tinted rock. Something. That room's scary because I couldn't stop shooting. Ugh. And because the kidney stone is this big, I die. Well, there's that.